What is up, folks, and welcome back to Hytale. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to build this cozy little log cabin here, fully furnished, fully featured, fully cozy. So sit back and enjoy. And here is a list of resources you will need to complete this build. Alrighty guys, so to get this thing started, we're going to start with an 8x11 perimeter here. Now this 8x11 perimeter is going to serve as our foundation for this little log cabin. So you're going to take your stone and we're going to go around the entire foundation here. So go all the way around. Like so. And then you're going to come in with your logs. And now on the left side here, we're going to go 4 up on each corner. And then coming to the front, you're going to count over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then do another 4 up. Go ahead and mirror that on the back side. Like so. And then coming to the right side here, you're going to do another 4 logs up. And then count over 3. 1, 2, 3. And another 4 logs up. Getting it out of the way early on, we're going to get our floor established here. So we're going to have the floor run all the way across until you hit this log here, because the foundation is actually going to come in a little bit. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can fill this in here. We're going to do another 4 logs up, and then you can come back in with the floor and fill this in. Next, we're going to take our planks, and we're going to set one on the ground in front of each set of logs here, and then have an upside-down stair on top of that. Do that pretty much on every log here, and if it's rounding a corner, do 2 like this. And then coming back to our little patio area here, we're going to have a block of stone on the end right here, and then a block of stone here, and then we're going to have our stairs face in like this, sort of creating a little bit of a staircase there. Do the same thing on the front, and there you have your little porch. And on the first level here, in between your 2 sets of logs, we're going to bridge these with a row of logs at the base, and we're going to do this in between all of the logs here. So come around to the front, do this. When you get to this back side here, you can actually save 2 spots open right here. Just do 1 log here and 1 log here. Now we're going to have some logs jutting out. So we're going to jut 1 out here on the front, 1 here, and then we're going to come to the back side and do the exact same thing. 1 here and 1 here. And then coming to our little bit less wide side on the right side here, also 2 logs jutting out. Next, you can come in with your softwood beams. Oh, make sure they're pointing the right way. And then bridge these 2 together. You're going to take this upside down stair. Now, you're going to come up, so even the areas where there's not a log jutting out, just have 1 coming up and just leave that where it is. Next, we'll come back out with our logs, and we're going to go straight across the entire top here. So bring all your logs across above the door frame. And then just go all the way around the build and then do a layer of logs going all the way across. The build should currently look a little bit like this. Next, we're going to get our windows situated. So in the front here, you're actually going to have a nice large 2x2 window. So we're going to do some right side up stairs on each side here, and then upside down stairs above that. Coming to the front, we're going to do the same thing. Right side up stair, and then upside down stair. We're going to put another large window on this side here, and then mirror that on the other side, like so. And to the right side here, same thing, except there's only going to be a 1 wide window. On the left side of the house, we're going to have 2 thinner windows, so we'll do 2 stairs on each side here, and then in the middle, 2 right side upstairs, 2 upside down stairs. And then coming to this back side of the house here, we're going to eventually have a little bit of a fireplace right here with a chimney. So all you have to do is 2 planks, filling in that gap there. Leave a 2x6 area right here. We'll eventually put a little fireplace here. And then everywhere we put window spaces, now we can come back in with our window panes and fill it in. Now you can come to the front door, do 2 upside down stairs, and we can fill our doors in just like that. Now everywhere where the logs are jutting out from the structure, you can come in with your little short log caps just to give it a little bit more detail. But before you do so, I will give you a little bit of a disclaimer. You actually can't find these little blocks in survival mode, so if for any reason you are doing this in a survival setting and you don't have these available, it's okay. You can just skip this block. It'll still look just as good at the end. Next, we're going to come in with our little cloth canopies here. In the front of the house, we're going to do 2 canopies facing out and then 2 canopies facing into each other, giving it that little fold look. You're going to come underneath, make sure your rope is rotated the right way, and place it to where it's pointing into the house, giving it just that little bit of extra support. On the side here, you'll do this just for this left side window. And still keep your 2 same ropes. Alrighty, at this point in the build, you've actually gotten the whole first half of the structure done. This entire first floor is good to go. So now we're going to work on the roof. So if you come to the front of the house here, we're going to do 2 planks on each side like this. And then we're going to do some upside down stairs. And then for now, we're going to fill this in right here. But eventually we'll poke these out and we'll actually put some windows right here. This just makes it a little easier to place the roof blocks. Do the same thing on the other side, except you don't have to do those upside down stairs because we will be covering them up anyway. Coming to this side here, we'll do 2 planks, a right side up stair, and then we'll do a normal plank there in the middle. Once again, we'll fill that in with a window toward the end. Same thing on this side. Like so. And then at this point, you can pretty much come right in with your roof blocks and you can fill all of this in. Make sure the roof is pointing out to the correct direction, like this. And then create a point. Same thing on this side. And then when you get to this level, just have the roof slope all the way down and then bring it out like this. And you'll see that these beams now meet the bottom of the roof. Bring this to the top. Leave this single block empty for now. We will fill this in with some stairs toward the end. For this main part of the house here, you can have the roof blocks meet at the top, giving it that little point. And you can bring these all the way across. And then make sure these roof pieces here meet this main part of the roof. So let's bring these all the way across. And they'll automatically snap into place. Same thing on this side. Make sure the roof is properly overhanging here. And then you can come in with your softwood stairs and then basically rotate back and forth between them facing out and in. I'll kind of show you how that's going to look. So have them kind of facing each other here and then facing away from each other. It'll be a little hard to place against these roof blocks, so if you have to place blocks below, that's okay. We can always go back in after and remove those. And then these 2 roof blocks here, you can actually remove them. We'll come all the way across like this, and then these 2 will actually point at the top here. Once you've done that, you can come back to the front of the house, put a layer of roof all the way around this L shape here in the corner, and then you can take your flat roof pieces and come right here. And when you're placing these flat roof pieces, sometimes I do find it to be a little easier to build a platform below them, only because for some reason in Hytale, I think this might be a little bit of a bug in the game, these flat roof pieces don't have like a proper hitbox at the top, so you can't really place anything from the side. You can see it kind of automatically goes to the top like that, but if you have a flat surface below it, you can place right on top of that. So just do that here, and then come below, and you can remove the little platform you made. And then once you've done that, you can come to the corner of your little patio and take your softwood beams and then do a little post 3 blocks up until you meet that corner, giving it that little bit of extra support. You could come again to the front, pop these 2 blocks out, and then we can put our window in here. You can see it kind of fills in the gap on its own there at the top. On the side, you can do the same. break this one here. Put a window there. The other side as well. And then make sure you finish your roof in the back here. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to come to the back of the house where we had our little opening for our chimney. And we're going to take our stone blocks and just come all the way up like this. We're going to poke through these 2 roof pieces. Come 2 more up. And then we're going to take our stone brick walls here and then do 2 across like this, giving it that little chimney look. And then coming back toward the bottom, we're going to do 2 stairs poking out. Fill that in below like so. And then to the side here, we're going to take our slabs, make them upright. And then we're going to put them on top of those stairs, just kind of giving it that taller chimney look. Alrighty guys, so at this point in the build, you are actually pretty much done with the main structure. You can come inside here and add a second floor if you'd like. There is a little bit of room up there in the top floor, but it is a little bit cramped just because of these roof pieces. So I'll give you a little bit of creative freedom to fill that in how you'd like. Now what I'm going to do is, once I cut this video here, I'm going to come back in. I'm going to furnish this house the way I believe it's probably the most efficient. But other people have shown me from previous videos that there are certain things you have to have in the house in Hytale if you are in survival mode for it to actually be, you know, utilitarian efficient. Because certain blocks do certain functions, certain tables do certain functions, and other tables do other functions. So if there's a certain way that you want to furnish this house and get creative with it, you are more than happy to do so. But I'll go in and do my own little version of it, and we will come right back. Alrighty guys, so we are back with the finished build here. I have completely furnished the place. I've made it look all cozy and pretty inside. But before we go inside, I'll show you a couple little details that I added to the outside here. So we do have a little pile of rocks with a campfire in the middle. Someone actually pointed out in the last Let's Build that I did miss the campfire because I'll be 100% honest, I actually didn't realize that there was a difference between the campfire and the furnace. They do smelt in 2 different functions. So the furnace is for smelting all of your irons and metals and so on, while the campfire and similar fires actually will cook your food. So it is a little bit different there. So I just put a campfire out here. There wasn't a good place to put one inside, so I thought a nice little pile of rocks, couple stools, a little bit of a bonfire outside to roast your s'mores I thought would get the job done. And then as we walk up to the front of the house, we have our farmer's workbench and our blacksmith's bench here. We'll take a pop inside. As you can see, plenty of benches for using, plenty of benches. We got the builder's workbench, furniture bench, your traditional workbench there, and your food table there. Plus, big old furnace right there under the fireplace. Alchemist table and arcanist table right there ready to go. And your little recycling bin right there under the stairs. I also, in the last video, I left out storage. I don't know how I left that one out. Don't let me leave that one out again. Dislike the video if I leave storage out. But I got a couple chests here. Chest right here at the entrance. And then a couple chests stacked behind the staircase there. And now, if you come upstairs here, you can see I have a couple chests placed under the roof. A cozy little bed here. And what's nice is kind of just like Minecraft, to be honest. You can put these chests underneath these roof pieces, and it actually will still open like normal. So you can stuff some chests under here, which is pretty nice. Plus, little window to look out there. Coming back downstairs here. And we're going to close those doors. And that is pretty much it for us, guys. That is our cozy log cabin. If you guys did enjoy this video, and if it did help you at all building this, or if you did end up building this in your survival world, please be sure to let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear it. Or if you have any suggestions, or if you made any changes to this build that you would like to talk to me about, once again, let me know in the comments down below. I love interacting with you guys and hearing all of your critiques and suggestions. It is always welcome to see what you guys have to say. This is a critique-free, or this is a critique welcome zone. So don't be afraid to let me know if you have any suggestions. But anyway, if you guys did enjoy, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, do all of those wonderful things. And I will see you guys in the next one.